In response to the ongoing regional insecurity driven by the war in Ukraine, the European Union has intensified its military backing for Moldova. On April 22, 2025, the EU Council approved its seventh aid initiative for Moldova's defense forces, channeling support through the European Peace Facility (EPF). This measure underscores a growing strategic alliance between Brussels and Chișinău, focused primarily on upgrading Moldova's short-range air defense systems. The newly approved package, worth €20 million, is designated for the purchase of launchers and missiles tailored to short-range air defense. It forms part of a comprehensive effort to revamp Moldova's military structure, a project that has been unfolding steadily in recent years. Just weeks earlier, on April 7, the EU sanctioned a €40 million aid measure aimed at enhancing mobility for infantry units and improving command systems tied to air defense operations. This earlier round of aid included tactical vehicles and equipment to help integrate air defense systems effectively. Together, the sixth and seventh aid packages increased the EU's total defense assistance to Moldova under the EPF to €197 million since 2021. This financial and logistical backing is part of a wider EU agenda to bolster its most at-risk partners from the fallout of the Russian-Ukrainian conflict. It empowers Moldova's military to raise its readiness levels, conform more closely to European operational standards, and improve coordination with the armed forces of EU countries. Importantly, this also enhances the protection of Moldova's infrastructure and civilian population in the face of emergencies. EU Foreign Affairs Chief Kaja Kallas, who also chairs the Foreign Affairs Council, emphasized that the Union has now emerged as Moldova's primary security partner. She highlighted that the EU's deliveries, ranging from protective gear and military vehicles to mobile medical units, are contributing to civilian safety and regional peace, all while adhering to Moldova's constitutionally mandated neutrality. Kallas further revealed that an additional €60 million in defense-related equipment will be provided later in 2025, pushing the total contribution toward €200 million. Launched in March 2021, the European Peace Facility allows the EU to provide security assistance to external partners under its common foreign and security policy. It supports the military and defense capacities of non-EU countries and international organizations. In Moldova's case, the goal extends beyond defensive improvements. It includes preparations for participation in future EU-led security operations under the Common Security and Defense Policy. This expanded cooperation is designed to help Moldova counter hybrid threats and external destabilization attempts, particularly those linked to Russia. Despite its official neutrality, Moldova has found itself increasingly exposed since the Russian invasion of Ukraine. In light of this, the EU's support serves as both a shield and a signal of solidarity with one of its most vulnerable eastern neighbors. Brussels' actions are rooted in a combination of political, strategic, and defense imperatives aimed at reinforcing regional stability while also safeguarding its broader geopolitical interests. Moldova's proximity to the Ukrainian conflict zone makes it especially vulnerable to hybrid tactics such as misinformation campaigns, energy leverage, foreign interference, and the unresolved tensions in the breakaway region of Transnistria, still home to Russian troops. Strengthening Moldova's military capabilities helps the EU mitigate the risk of further destabilization in its eastern borderlands. This initiative is also aligned with Moldova's deepening ties to the European bloc. Since it was granted EU candidate status in June 2022, Moldova has taken significant steps to align itself with Brussels. The modernization of its military, now directly supported by the EU, is a key part of that process, symbolizing a commitment not only to mutual defense but to Moldova's broader European integration. The military upgrades also serve a dual function, improving Moldova's defense posture while fostering interoperability with EU forces. Over time, this alignment will pave the way for Moldova to contribute to joint missions and strengthen its strategic collaboration with EU member nations. Lastly, the European Peace Facility enhances the EU's ability to act independently in matters of security. By deploying its own resources to assist partner states like Moldova, the EU showcases its capability to address crises autonomously, beyond the bounds of transatlantic frameworks. This approach positions the EU as a more assertive player in regional and global security. In essence, the new aid measures represent a strategic milestone in EU-Moldova relations. They solidify Moldova's path toward military modernization, while reinforcing its sovereignty and stability within an increasingly complex security environment. Through these efforts, the European Union continues to assert itself as a key architect of regional resilience and cooperative defense.